All right, I am live on uh the gram. I am live on YouTube. Let me do Facebook. I'm live on Facebook. All right, we up and running. Yo, it's a lot going on in the world. In case y'all don't know it, with this banking thing, there's gonna be a lot of turmoil in 2024 when it comes to the US dollar because of all the nations that came together that's getting rid of the US dollar all over the world, better known as the BRICS nation. So I'm gonna play you this video real quick, then we're gonna come back, discuss it a little bit. I'm gonna give you some plans where y'all can start trying to prepare for it for you and your family. You see what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are gonna lose y'all's pensions, your 401ks, and all of that when they switch this money over. Before they were talking, it was going to be 10 cents on the dollar. So if you had $1,000 Federal Reserve, the new money, you would only get $10 or $100 rather. But as you see, that's too much to lose. But let's hear about this BRICS.
What's up, guys? It's Graham here. So it's official. China and Brazil have just struck a deal to ditch the US dollar. Whoops. Okay, before everyone freaks out, don't worry, it's a fake bill for dramatic effect, but the point still remains. The world's second largest economy is slowly cutting off ties with the United States, and this, not surprisingly, is the first to go. So today let's discuss exactly what's happening, why this is happening, what this realistically means for all of you watching, and whether or not this is a topic to be concerned about. Because I have to say, this is something to be taken extremely seriously. After all, the billionaire Ray Dalio has previously described the impending downfall of every major economy as we know it, how these cycles typically happen on a regular basis, and how we could best prepare for what's to come based off predictable events that happen about once every 100 years. Although before we start, I have to warn you that the like button is also in danger of not being smashed for the YouTube algorithm. So if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button or subscribing, it does help out tremendously. So thank you guys so much. And now with that said, let's begin. All right, so as a quick 60-second recap to bring you up to speed about what's going on, as of now, and for the last 80 years, the US dollar has been the most powerful currency in the world because it's known as what's called a reserve currency. This refers to a currency that's accepted throughout the entire world, and since 1945, the US dollar has taken that place because of its safety, resiliency, and stability. Like when the system was first adopted, it was used as a way to keep the price of investments, exchange rates, and commodities like gold and oil stable, knowing that no matter which currency you held, its value was pegged to that of the US dollar. See, when you have dozens of countries all trading goods and services with each other, it helps to have one universal currency accepted around the world with a predictable value to conduct those transactions in. Otherwise, you run the risk of getting paid in a currency that might be difficult to exchange, or maybe its value has fallen by the time you're able to convert it back to your native currency. So think of this kind of like a global transfer of value through the US dollar that everyone has agreed to be safe. Of course, the United States benefits from this as well, because more countries use the US dollar, more countries hold onto those dollars, and as a result, we have greater buying power. But the US dollar is apparently at risk of losing that reserve currency status. And to understand why, look no further than Ray Dalio's changing world order. See, as he explains, throughout history, there's a constantly changing world order between the leading economy and the rising economy. And over time, one will fail to make way for something new. For example, prior to 1945, the reserve currency was held by the British pound, which lasted for 105 years following the French Revolution, followed by the Netherlands, followed by Spain and Portugal and Venetian gold, and so on, with the understanding that reserve currencies have never lasted forever, and about every 100 years, they change in a transition that lasts between 10 and 20 years. So what causes this, you might ask? Well, Ray Dalio points out that this could be summarized into three categories: the rise, the top, and the decline. During the rise, after every new reserve currency, there's a period of peace and prosperity as people bet and borrow on that system continuing. This is typically marked with strong education, critical thinking, character building, and work ethic that allows for innovation, new technologies, and other resources for a continual rise in productivity. However, in order to finance that continual rise in productivity, there has to be a system in place for borrowing and allowing people from around the world to convert their currency into investments that share in the success of making that happen. In fact, Ray Dalio points out that all the successful reserve currencies followed the exact same path, leading to, of course, the top. At the peak, the general consensus is that while people earn more, their time becomes more valuable relative to other countries who would be willing to do the same work for less. On top of that, other countries have the ability to take the blueprints of the latest innovation and then copy that for a fraction of the cost, reducing the leading power's competitiveness. The tipping point, though, comes when people lose faith in the reserve currency, they refuse to buy it, and would rather sell than reinvest the profits, leading to, of course, the decline. Ray Dalio explains that during an economic downturn, if a country cannot sustain its own debts, it has to choose between defaulting and printing more money. And they're always going to choose printing more money. That devalues the currency, it raises inflation, and since the 1990s, the central bank has already stepped in 3 times to finance an industry collapse. Once in the dot-com bubble, once during the mortgage crisis, and again during the COVID shutdown. Historically, it's said that when a government has trouble funding itself during bad economic conditions or rising inflation, the rich move their assets to places, investments, and currencies that they feel safest in, and giving way for other nations to eventually take the spot.
That was all of it, but it off. So, oh well. So this is the time for y'all to move y'all's money that y'all have into something else. And we're talking about in February, Iraq will not be pegged the dollar, which means that the United
The
States.
best place for creators to make money in the creator economy is Kajabi. You need a large audience to monetize or make a lot of money. I have 12,000 followers and I'm able to make 6 figures with Kajabi.
Yeah, so that means that the actual dollar will not be the petrodollar no more, right? And Chase Manhattan Bank is supposed to be closing down, going bankrupt in February because of lack of liquidity, because of that switch over from the petrodollar, which means that the dollar will become hyperinflated. So if the dollar becomes hyperinflated, it means that you'll probably have to pay $100 to $150 for one loaf of bread. Buying toilet paper will probably be about $50. Y'all will not have enough money. Not to mention, most people don't even have money no more. They use everything on cards, which is going to make the stock market fall. And all the banks will close down. So y'all won't even be able to use your cards. So how are y'all going to get the things that y'all need until they switch to the new money? And the new money, they'll try to force people to go into a capitalist society. Those who don't have gold and silver or some other currency treatment. So that's what I think about before February. So, like I said, you want to Google gold-backed securities. Gold-backed securities. You got at least a third of the states that switch to gold-backed security. That means the dollar's actually made of gold. You got gold wove into the actual dollars. You got South Dakota. You got a whole bunch of different states. Texas. Can't remember all of them, but you got a bunch of them that's backed by gold. And all the other states have made to see gold as. So that being said, you might want to go to goback.com. Your back money so that you can have purchasing power while this is going on. Now, with the same thing, if you want to get rich from investments, to take like 1,000 right now. Don't ask me, John, what website from? I know it from, but I've been buying it for over 20 years. Don't ask me that. All I do is Google buy dinar. Dinar. Buy dinar. Buy some dinar. Now, the thing you got to remember is just in $1,000. That's including tax. They will ask you for your social, and they will also ask you for your ID. What they got you doing is proving that you're a United States citizen, a 14th Amendment citizen, so that they can tax. So if you keep it under 1,000, you don't have to. So you could $700, $900 today, $100 tomorrow. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. You can go to a gold trader and you buy physical. You can buy over $10,000 to the tax. So what you have to do is to buy 9,900 and now that is consultation. Open the first 6 no. See, I can't even let me take. Oh, okay, go. I'm sorry for the delay. Maybe I got too many windows open or something. I really got to start using my new computer. And it's not me. 610 427. Eastern Time. So, in great. I had 2 people getting consultations. That's so hard. You know, people trying to and then they'll actually overthink shit. I'm like, yo, bro, this is what I'm overthink. He's like, at a conversation for, I'm getting a lot of child support, right? Because you can imagine child people a lot. So I told him like, go Bridgeport. from me, you're going to put in is passport number. That's why I tell y'all the representation so you can take. Anyway, he went. They have jurisdiction. They're not the ones who put the so I tell that outside arguing like bro and like listen, bro. What you gonna do with or not saying it no more? We're gonna get more consultations. But you can't be trusted. Listen. You know, and I had 5 people with that after that. Shit is crazy. One woman paid consultation and you trained her to do the SS for the 9 number. And I said, man, I can't teach you. You question everything you don't withhold. All I'm gonna do is discussing you 24/7. I'm gonna teach you. Leave all your money back. So I did not look, but I should be trying new people. Man, I know you need to be an artist and listen to all that. Listen to me. Not one show. Listen to videos. Listen to everything that's making more sense. You see what I'm saying? You need prompt stuff. Hey, brother, talk about. Sure. Okay. So what about go back currency? You already bought some?
No, I'm about to. I saw your link that you put up.
I put it up yesterday. You feel me?
Yes. Yes.
Now,
I want to do something.
What you gotta do is see, like me. I got straight gold currency, gold bullions, and gold coins, right? I'm not gonna be able to trade with that because it's too much money. You know what I mean? Now, when you talk about going to the store, I went and bought 1,000 gold dollars, $1. And right now, to buy one gold dollar, it takes you $3.88. So it's $3.88 one gold dollar. But here's the thing: I will actually be able to spend those gold dollars, pick up everything without anything like nothing went wrong. Now the other thing you can do is like Venezuela, any seas. When their money is hyperinflation, they use another country's currency. Most of those nations have been using the dollar, but now they're going to stop using the dollar and use their own nation's currency again because their own nation's currency will be worth more than the dollar. And we're talking about when it happens as soon as February.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to make preparations for this stuff. You can't just let it happen.
Right, right. I got something. No.
Good, good.
Silver dollars.
Yes, good.
So I want to get Well, I heard about you when you dropped stuff about the yuan.
Yes.
Told us to get
Remember,
that, and
I
was
told
thinking,
Big the yuan is one of the nations that's in the BRICS and all that. I've been telling y'all for years, but now is almost the exact time.
okay, so I'm gonna get
As soon
some
as Chase Bank, yeah, got diverse. As soon as Chase Banks goes belly up, it's over, and it can happen any.
Okay. This baby don't even know. It's hard to talk.
Well, you know, when you think about it, 1933 it happened. The bankers' holiday, and they came with new money and all that money. So it's been a long time. 1933.
Actually, I looked up something on that, and I found out that they had a pandemic in the Spanish flu.
Yes, and you know who was the country today used to be the British Pound, and they from the world reserve currency being the British pounds, and they switched it to United States dollar reserve currency. These are cycles. This is why I got to know history. These are cycles. This happens again and again and again. They do it. They still get people. There was something on the bill yesterday where it said that all these banks, this happens, are going